Today is the day. I am organizing my pantry. It looks so good. Let me tell you, this is something that I have procrastinated all day. It's now 12:30, so this has to happen, because if it doesn't happen now, it will never happen. And I am so over my pantry. When I first moved into my house a couple of years ago, my pantry was really nice, pretty organized, it was pretty tidy, and between now and then, things have gotten quite bad. It's just chaotic. And part of that is there's not really like a big system. I don't have enough containers for everything. So packets are there, I've got packets, I've got stuff in containers. It's just a mess, if I'm being honest with you. I want to get my life in order. So I'm going to share how I'm doing this, how I'm organizing my pantry. These tips will be able to help you streamline yours to get everything in tip-top shape so that you are feeling good about your pantry. Something I've done today is pick out my jars. I'm just going to unpack them all, clean them all. Here's the pantry and what we're working with. It's pretty embarrassing, and as I said, things have definitely gotten out of hand. I honestly don't even know what's in my pantry. So the first step is to go through and take everything out. One of the easiest ways to get your pantry organized is to keep like products together. So for example, keeping all of your spices together, all of your sauces together. As you're taking things out of your pantry, if you can, try to keep these things together, because that will make it easier for you later. Make sure that you're using a step ladder or a step stool, something that you feel safe standing on that keeps you stable. Now's a really good time to clean the surface of your pantry, because everything's out, so it's easy to get to. So make sure that you're cleaning every shelf and every surface. I'm using antibacterial wipes just to make sure that I am cleaning everything super thoroughly. Once everything's out, get grouping. Use your bench, kitchen floor space, dining table, whatever space you have to group similar items together. So group all of your cans, your sauces, your baking ingredients, spices, coffee add-ins, etc. These groups should be made up of items that are similar to each other that would intuitively go together. Remove any appliances that are in your pantry just so that you can wipe them down and clean them out. Finished taking everything out of the pantry, cleaning everything, wiping everything down, and all I can say is that I'm surrounded by absolute chaos. I mean, that doesn't even do it justice. I have to show you just how crazy this is. This is incredibly overwhelming because there's still a lot to do. Every inch of counter space has been filled up with just stuff. I have so much stuff. Thankfully, I was able to keep some things together in categories, because what I want to do now is organize all of my categories and group together like products. So in here are sort of sauces and condiments that live in the pantry, and like vinegars, oils, that kind of thing. Over here are baking supplies, dry ingredients, spices, all of that. What's crazy is when I was going through my cupboards, I found foods that we don't even eat. We don't even eat wheat spaghetti anymore, because we've been following a low-carb keto diet for years, like almost 3 years. I have quinoa, which we don't eat, coconut sugar, which I would hate to know how old that is. Look at that, it's just doesn't move. Sweeteners that I don't use, like rice malt syrup, this super old honey. So it's crazy that this stuff was taking up space in my pantry, and now what I need to do is go through everything and check best before date. For example, this flour, which again, like, we just don't use because we don't eat this kind of food anymore, that expired in 2018. I mean, that's incredibly embarrassing that I have flour that expired so long ago, but This is a crucial part of pantry organization, is looking at everything, checking best before dates, chucking things that have expired that you forgot that you even had, to make way for the things that you do have. Although this is crazy overwhelming right now, I'm feeling a sense of relief that I'm going to be getting rid of so much stuff that I just don't need. Pressing forward. Out of your pantry allows you to look at things with a fresh set of eyes. There might be another way that you can organize your pantry with the layout that works more effectively for you. Labeling your containers is crucial so that you know exactly what everything is. Your items grouped together, it's time to create the zone in your pantry where they will live. Using baskets is a great way to keep these like items together. Out of their packaging and putting them into containers or jars not only looks really pretty, but it also makes it super easy to find them. Another reason why this is actually a really practical way to store your items is because you can just have a glance in your pantry and you will know straight away whether or not you're running short on any items. My favorite thing about making my own labels is that I could customize them however I liked. I follow a low-carb keto diet and I always have a batch of my homemade granola on hand, so I was able to make a label for my granola and also my favorite sweetener. It just gives you some more flexibility. Make your pantry uniquely yours. It's best to keep as many of your items as visible as possible. So often when you can't easily see what you have, you end up buying more. You will thank yourself later for doing this. The best way to figure out where items should go is to play around with the space and see what fits best. Take your time and place them where it feels right for you. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. It looks so good. It's also 7 o'clock, so I have to pause filming and make dinner because I am starving. Not quite 100% done, but pretty much there. And I'll give you guys a full tour tomorrow. It's the next day now, guys, which is why I've had a little outfit change. I honestly underestimated how long this would take me. Definitely set aside a good chunk of time to organize your pantry. What I'm doing now is just replenishing some items that I love to keep in my pantry that I can't buy, like crushed pork rinds. I make my own, which is really easy to do. You just pop them in a mini food processor, blitz them, and then add them to a container. container. My jar is obviously labeled, and this just makes it really easy for me whenever I need to grab some. And here she is, my beautiful pantry. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I feel like I've stepped into one of my Pinterest boards, which is exactly the vibe that I was going for. And the way in which I achieved that was just by making sure that I got jars that were all the same sort of style in different sizes. I also love that I can find everything so easily, and that's because I've grouped the items together. Using containers is such a great way to do this. There is no more clutter on my bench. Even Charlie has a place for his food and his snacks, and I love that our appliances are tucked out of sight now because I reorganized things. Having the jars labeled with all of my favorite keto-friendly items just makes me so happy. It's all so easy to find, and I love that I can see exactly how much is in each jar. So if I do need to replenish something, I can do that easily on a grocery shop. Here's a side-by-side look, the before and after of my pantry. The biggest change is just by updating my jars and getting rid of all the packets, all the junk, all the clutter. Honestly, I am so happy that I did this. I cannot tell you how good it feels to have a tidy pantry. Thanks so much for watching this video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye!